What's going on, Arsenal fans? Welcome back to another Arsenal transfer talk. The transfer window is heating up right now. As teams have been eliminated from the World Cup, a lot of players are going back to their clubs. Expect from now, the next 2 to 3 weeks, expect a lot of deals to be done. And Arsenal is not an exception. We are in the market for at least 3 players: a midfielder, a left winger, and a possible striker. They have a very short window. The 19th of July is the World Cup final, and also Charity Shield is August 16. The 21st of August is the first game in the Premier League, Arsenal versus Coventry, which is on a Friday evening. So a lot of this needs to be done, and mind you, a lot of players after the World Cup, especially players that will be going to the semi-final and the final, they will definitely need some rest, you know, before they join up for preseason and also get ready for the start of the Premier League. And I don't think some players will actually play maybe the first or second game because they might need a lot of rest. You know what I mean? But let's get back to the transfer. Um, Today, this is a player, Bruno Guimarães. This is a player that Mikel Arteta himself has been chasing for a very long time. He refused to come to Arsenal before because he thought like, okay, Newcastle will go on and win trophies or win the Premier League or be in the Champions League. They cannot do that. They didn't even qualify for the Champions League. So he has come to the realization that Newcastle cannot, fulfill his dream. So he told Newcastle that he wants to move away from Newcastle. And today he has agreed personal terms with Arsenal. So it's a lot going on. He's currently 28 years of age. He's a Brazil international. He's like 6 foot, which is 1.82. Central midfield, you already know him, right footed. Um, you know, a host of other clubs are like, chasing him right now. Manchester City, Liverpool, and also PSG. And mind you, this is a player like, that the Newcastle fans, they loved him. They want him at Newcastle. They can they can take the fact that other players can live like the Tonelli and the Anthony Gordon. But Gumaresh is one player that they don't want him to leave. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for him to leave Newcastle. But now that he has agreed personal terms and he has also like told the Newcastle management that he wants to leave, I think that will like help us to like actually sign him and make his dream come to win the Champions League, win the Premier League as well. You know what I mean? So for the next 2 to 3 weeks or keep an eye on this. I think it will definitely happen sooner than later. That's him right there. And another player that we've been linked with heavily again is Manu Koné. He played in the French game today against Morocco. They defeated Morocco 2-0, and it was very vital in that midfield. I was just like, looking at him, look at the way he play, and I must say, I was really impressed. If we get him, he's going to be a very good player because ever since we lost Thomas Partey, that midfield, you see a lot of games that we played in the Premier League in the past season. The midfield was just open. We didn't have any physical presence apart from Declan Rice. We didn't have any physical presence in that midfield. He will bring that physicality. He can tackle. He's very good at tackling. There's a lot of quality to him. He's 25, and transfer market is like 50 million pound. And his contract with Roma is till 2029, June 2029. He's a right-footed. He's a very good player. He's 6'1". So keep an eye on this as well. I think this is another like deal that might happen. You know what I mean? That's him also right there. And another player that we've been linked with is Antonio Nusa. It's a Switzerland international, Norway international. He's very good anyway. And also, he is 21 years of age. He plays for RB Leipzig. Left winger, but he can play on both wings. So left, right wing, he can play. He's comfortable. He's a right-footed. And his transfer market right now price is 32 million euro, which is like around 28 million pound. And if we want to get him, I don't think RB Leipzig will let him go for that amount. It will have to be at least a 50 million pound for them to like let him go. And a host of other clubs are like, chasing him. He's a very good player, and every time I watch him, I think he's very special. He's very fast. He's very good with the ball as well. And if he starts to run at you, pray, like just pray that he don't really like disgrace you. Another youngster that we are heavily linked with is Gilberto Mora. It's a Mexican international. He is 17 years of age. He is 5'8". He's a kid. He's the youngest player to like represent Mexico in an international match. I think he really he play really well. He's a attacking midfielder, and his transfer market value right now is like 10 million pounds. But I think because of the Premier League, a lot of teams they know like Premier League has money. I think that amount is gonna go up to at least maybe 40 million pounds, because those clubs and a host of other clubs are like chasing his signature. Um, the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City, they're all chasing his signature. He played for a club called Tijuana. Also, it's a club in Mexico. So yeah, that's him, and it's a very good player. I think if you watch Mexico, you watch him. You can go to YouTube, but don't be deceived by those like highlights. But he really impressed me in the World Cup. Another player that we are linked with, I mean, I was surprised, is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He used to be English international, but now he chose to play for Congo. You saw him in the World Cup. He played really well, and with the injuries and a lot of like Ben White, it's like his form dropped, bro. I'm telling you, his form dropped, and right now Arsenal are chasing Wan-Bissaka. We're trying to like offload Ben White. You know what I mean? His form dropped. He's prone to like a lot of injuries. Wan-Bissaka, I think he played really well. He likes to defend, and I think if we sign him, it will be like a very good backup to Julian Timber. He's currently 28 years of age. He's not a kid anymore. Like I said, he used to be English international, but he's representing Congo right now. He's a really tall guy. He's like 6 foot, 1.83. He's right back, and also so West Ham relegate from the Premier League, so they are trying to like move on a lot of players. His transfer market right now is 25 million, contacted with West Ham June 2026. So it's a very good time to like, its contract should be, no, it's 2028. My bad. So these are all the transfers I got for you, and I'll be bringing all the latest transfer news as things are unfolding. I'll be bringing them to you. Let me know which player you think, which 3 players among all these players that are very important to you, or do you want to see sign right now, so that we get them to like integrate them into the team. Let's go, Gunners.